tonight is really just about an overview of what we're doing. So hopefully it won't take long at all, because again, the plan is really simple that we're going to talk about tonight. And the reason this plan came about is, I'll just tell you, I have tried every health guru plan, keto, fasting thing on the planet. Some of them work, but I think that the biggest problem I've had, and maybe you're like this, if you are, drop it in the comments, but I get overwhelmed with programs, especially around this time of the year, when everyone goes New Year's resolutions, and I'm going to lose 20 pounds, I'm going to the gym every day, and all this kind of stuff. And so I, in the past, have gotten overwhelmed when I've joined a program, and I kind of get everything thrown at me. Now, her background is wellness and a holistic wellness practitioner and a coach and a trainer and all that kind of stuff. So when she joins the group, she's like, I know how to do all this stuff. Let's rock and roll. And I'm like, I do it for like 2 days, and I'm like, I missed one workout, so I should probably stop.
Hold on, do the thing that you
like I get like that when I go in groups. When I get in groups, it goes, and I'm like, it's too much. It's so overwhelming. It's diets and it's programs and it's supplements and it's 9 shakes a day and 40 pills. And I'm like, no, that's just not gonna work for me. And so one of the things that we've always been looking for, and kind of antenna up, is looking for really high quality products at good prices. Because she has a very high standard, especially for wellness products because of her background. We're also plant-based most of the time too. And so it's hard to find a plant-based shake that even tastes somewhat good. And we found a couple of them. So we were looking for solutions. And when we found what we're going to share with you tonight, I loved all the products, but to me, it was still like, it was still a little overwhelming, because it's just a lot of stuff. What do I take then? What do I take here? And so what I started doing, I started experimenting with, what if I just added a little bit at a time? And that's where this 15-day health challenge came from. So let me share some things that you're not going to see in this group. You're not going to see before and after pictures. You're not going to see, Susie lost 42.6 pounds and all this kind of stuff. Now, those are a lot. A lot of people have amazing results with this. But this group and this challenge that we're going to do is more of a launch into wellness for life, not 30 days, lose some weight, and then, no quick fix here. This isn't a pill you just take and then the pounds just drop off. This is really about how do you make healthy lifestyle changes in a way that is conducive to your lifestyle, and not like, oh, okay, Dr. Aaron, now you want to get healthy? Great. Here's all the pills. Here's all the shakes. Here's your new weight loss program. Weight loss program. Go into your fridge and empty out half the fridge. I'm like, yeah, but I really like peanut butter. I don't want to get rid of peanut butter. And so this is really about, how do you have that balance? And that's one of the things one of our experts, Drew, is going to talk about here in a little bit, is how to balance this stuff. Not like go all in and then go all out. It's how to have this balance. And I think that's what most people are looking for.
Yeah. As a holistic health coach, I came up to this because, a lot of people just don't know.
Yeah.
Like, you forget that people just don't know, like, what's the difference between iceberg lettuce and spinach? Like, they just don't know. And you forget. And so it's like bringing it down to the basics and saying this for that. Let's swap this for that. And so when I would have a client and I would take them to the grocery store, I would say, okay, today we're just going to switch out white rice for brown rice, right? So we're just going to do one swap. And then I want you to do that for a week, right? And I want you to have spinach instead of iceberg lettuce for like a week. So I wouldn't go overhaul their whole entire pantry and refrigerator, because what do people do when that happens? They quit, right? It's good for like a week and they're like, it's so much, right? And so we just thought, like, it's a great way to baby step you in to a lifestyle that you can do forever. Because at the end of the day, our soil is so depleted. The nutrients are gone. There's no more minerals in our soil. So we're going to have to supplement for the rest of our lives. It's just is what it is. So why not have the best supplements, and why not learn how to use them every day, but that it's not overwhelming as well, right?
Perfectly said. So what I want to show you is what we've created here. Now, this is not something that's, this is new and, I don't know if it'll work. This 28-day, 30-day system that's already in place works.
Yes.
The challenge for me, my name's Challenge, The challenge for
Always think of
me,
that song. Hi, it's me.
it's me. Yes, that's me.
Dr. Aaron. I'm the problem. It's me.
It's me. I'm the problem. And so I created a program for the problem. And that's really what we're going to talk about right now is what's that program look like? And we call it the MeltAway 15-day health challenge. Now, we're going to talk about why it's called MeltAway, because I hate weight loss, because when I lose weight, it tends to find me again. I want to melt it away. I want it to go away forever and not come back. Like I was talking to one of my friends today, and he had a struggle just like me, where he was always like 220 to 240, and he fluctuated there for 20 years of his life. And he made some shifts that melted away that now he's under 200 pounds for life. And that's how he operates. And so that's the goal here. And when you look at this MeltAway health challenge, it really is broken down into little bite-sized pieces. And if you look at 15 days, we're going to break it down into 3 5-day segments that are run by the experts that we're going to bring on in here.
However, if you bought the system, which obviously you probably have if you're on this call, it will last you 30 days. Yeah. So we're just giving you like a 15-day like jolt into the system, right?
Right.
So we're going to ease you into it, and in the last 15 days, you'll be doing it all, right?
And that's the whole goal, is that in phase 1 is detox, because whenever you're going into a health journey, you got to get out the bad stuff first.
Got to remove the toxins.
This is not about like not going to work and not being and having to be like close to a bathroom.
No,
that's not what this is about.
No.
But in the first part, we're not just going to detox your body, but this is where Dr. Aaron, she's going to speak here in a minute or so. This is where it's like detox your mind too, because you can lose all the weight you want, but if your mindset's not right to maintain that, it'll, like I said, it'll just find you again. Like I lose weight and it finds me. And that's not because of, lack of exercise or supplementation or anything. It's the mindset. It's what am I doing on a daily basis? And then phase 2 is called build. And during the build phase, this is where you introduce high-level protein, amino acids, things that your body needs. Now, notice how I haven't given you anything to eat. You can eat whatever you want. Now, we were joking about this earlier.
I mean, you will have stuff to eat.
Yeah.
He's just saying we're not giving you like a diet plan.
Right. This is not about like, hey, when you come in, detox and,
just eat grilled chicken and veggies.
Yeah.
We're not saying that.
If you want to eat a burger, eat a burger. It doesn't matter until we get to the build and nourish part. Then we're going to start to talk about changing diet. But during that time period, that first 10 days, you're already detoxing. You're adding some protein in. And then the nourish part is about what your jam is, which is really vegetables, is putting nourishment in your body. As Drew will probably say, 6 packs are made in the kitchen, not in the gym. Yeah. And that's what it's all about. And then the last one is accelerate. And this is where exercise comes in. So again, in the first 3 parts, we're not exercising. We're not really even tracking what we're eating. We're just getting used to supplements being in our body, because one of the challenges, and I don't know if you've had this in the past too, but one of the challenges I've had with supplementation is I'll start to take so much, I don't know what's working or what's making me feel yucky. I might go, oh man, my stomach's gurgling a little bit. Well, that's because your probiotics are horrible and your gut is literally flipping. Yeah. But I might go, well, then I'm going to stop everything. Yeah. And so this allows you to just do a little piece at a time. So you can adjust, you can change things as you go, and you know what's working and what's not working. And that's kind of the program. So what we want to do is I'm going to go over, actually I mentioned that on the next slide, because our experts, and that's one of the really fun things about this, is that the people that are inside this community that are going to help you through this process are all on this call tonight. And they're experts in their profession. We don't call them coaches, because this is not about being health coaches. This is just about being an expert in an area that they have a lot of knowledge around, and they want to give that knowledge to you. So I'm going to go through them real quickly, and then we're going to have everybody come on and say a little bit about what they're going to bring. So we've got Dr. Aaron. She's our in-house psychologist. Namaste. She's our in-house psychologist. That's different, right? That's yoga. That's different. So she's our in-house psychologist that's really going to talk about how to get your mind right as you prepare for this 15-day challenge. We've got Miss Angel over here. She's the holistic wellness coach. So she's going to bring you through and go, how do you build and nourish your body? So she's going to be there for the build and the nourish part, all about what's going in your body. And then we're going to have Miss Katie. She is really a person that is stellar at exercise, especially at home, because again, who really wants to go to the gym? I know I don't. But if you do, you could do the same exercise at the gym she's going to show you. And then we've got, we got a lot of requests that he would have his shirt off, but he doesn't. But it's okay. We're going to let it pass. Let it slide because it's an introduction, but we had some requests. And so Drew is a professional. He was a professional athlete, and he's done so many things really in the traditional sense of how do you say the word? Kinesthetics? Kinesiology. Kinesiology. I can never say that word. And so his background is very like book-based, but also real world based. And he's going to bring in the balance of how do you not have to do 100 sit-ups a day? How can you do this in a balanced way so you can fit it into your life? So that's kind of who we're going to talk to right now. I just want to give you a little intro of all those. So Dr. Aaron, if you could come off and share a little bit about what you're going to go over on the detox phase, please do.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, James. Thank you, Angel. Oh, this is going to be so fun. So open up your chat room or if you can, but my hunch is that if you could have Googled your way to skinny and fit by now, you would have. If that's you, say me. Okay. So we live in a land of information. We don't have a lack of information. So what the heck? Why don't we do what we know we should be doing? It's because we're human. So we're going to grapple with our humanity in this challenge. And we're going to kind of really look at the underneath layer of why is it that I desire health? Why is it I might want to be in a different body? Why is it that I haven't succeeded in the past? Why is it that I have an all or nothing mindset? Why is it? And how might I change that? So instead of information, we're going to talk about integration and transformation. Okay. So I'll just tell you that I used to be clinically depressed, and now I'm one of the happiest people that I know. And I'll tell you what, it started in my physical transformation. And I just could not stop eating Oreos. I would eat Oreos here and there. I would eat Oreos everywhere, in the car, around town. I would eat them all around. I don't know. I would eat Oreos off my minivan floor. Okay. And I went to the gym and I started to get fit. And my trainer's like, this is a lifestyle program. And one of our girls left. She's like, I am not here for that. But if you're here on this call, I just think it's so cool because I used to be known in my family as Erin, she'll start on Monday, Oaksel. And that's funny until it's not funny, right? I really valued being fit and healthy, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. So we're going to get a checkup from the neck up. We're going to deal with these 6 inches between here. We're going to go to the gym every day, the personal growth gym. I know it's so corny, it's so cheesy, but we're going to do that. And we're going to set you up for success, perhaps in a way that you've never experienced before. So I'm really excited. Please invite your people that you want to come in. This kind of living has changed my life. And I always like to say, if I would have known how good I was going to feel, I'd like to think that I would have done it earlier. And so give yourself the gift in 2023 of being curious about what that might look like for you. So thank you.
That is amazing. I'm ready.
Mic drop.
I love it. What was it? Information, integration instead of information.
Transformation.
That is incredible because again, that's where it starts. That's what it's all about. And that's really what's going to be different about this time period of what we're going to do over the next 15 days. Remember, this doesn't start till January 9th. So you've got some time to prepare.
Drop in the chat if you've ever started a weight loss challenge or a health challenge and you had mindset coaching before you even started. Yes or no?
No.
Yes or no? Because Dr. Aaron is so spot on. That has to be number one. Because you've probably seen in your past, whether it be yourself or friends or family that have been on a weight loss journey, they lost the weight and it came right back. Why is that? A lot of it has to do with old programming, right? Of subconscious programming of what they've went through in the past, what they've been told, what their parents have done, whatever. But like, it's so important to get the mind right before you start anything. And I think that's in anything in life, right? Even with dating, like you probably should go to like premarital counseling. Like it's just getting your mind right before you dive all in, right? It's same thing, I think, in life. So I think that part is going to be so key for all of you that are on this call and that are watching the replay to have success in this 15-day challenge. Mind you, it's 30 days really, because that's how long the products go for. But that's why I feel we're going to have so many people have success from this, because they're going to get their mind right first. So I love that.
Well, guess who's up next?
Me.
So up next is my partner, Angel. And really her background is holistic wellness. You know, I've been now plant-based for almost 3 years now. So we eat some fish here and there and stuff like that. And this is not a plant-based challenge.
No.
You know, this is not about like a lot of, we won't do a ton of elimination. There'll be some swap outs for things, but this is really mainly about how to build the protein in your body so your body is actually healthy, and then nourish your gut and your entire system with the right foods in an easy way. So talk a little bit about, because you're both parts, you're the build and the nourish, you're double duty. So talk a little about what we're going to do during that time.
Yeah, so as James said in the beginning, and mind my voice, sorry, I've been kind of sick for the past month, but the thing about building and nourishing and starting a plan, right? A nutrition plan is getting your mind right and then taking it easy one step at a time, right? And so like I shared in the beginning, as a holistic health coach, I would baby step people into their new lifestyle, because it's so important to keep saying that over and over, is this is going to be a lifestyle. This is not going to be a diet, because diets fail, because what's the first 3 letters of diet? Diet, right? So you're going to fail every time, because once you say, I can't have that, your brain is going to be like, I want that. I want that. Like the Oreos, probably. She was like, I want the Oreos, right? And so with the build and nourish, it's going to be great, because the only thing you're going to do is start to incorporate one plant-based shake into your daily routine, whether that be breakfast, whether that be lunch, whether that be dinner. You know, in the accelerate, we might have you add even more as a post-workout, but all I want you to do is replace one meal with a shake. And the great thing about it is when we say replace a meal, it's not like you're going to be starving.
Right.
Okay. This shake has 8 ingredients, but high quality ingredients that your body recognizes. No additive sugar, no added sugars, no added chemicals or artificial sweeteners or anything like that. It's high quality protein that's going to satiate your body. It's going to build lean muscle, and it's going to allow you to feel really good. It's going to give you the energy. You're just going to feel better. You're going to look better. It's good for your skin, all the things. So don't think like, oh, I have to replace a meal with a shake, I'm going to be starving. No, it's going to actually fill you up and satiate you, and you feel really good. And it's going to keep you full so that you're not starving by like hour 2 after, right? And so I love this part, because it's just baby stepping you into it.
Right.
And then we're going to have daily action steps, which we'll go over as well. So during the build and nourish part, I'm going to be like, hey, let's, incorporate 3 veggies today and post it in the group. What was your favorite vegetable you ate today? Hey, make a shake. What recipe did you do? Post it in the group today. I'm also going to be posting a lot of healthy recipes, a lot of healthy snacks that you can incorporate that are not boring. I'm not asking you to eat rice cakes. Okay.
I like rice cakes.
It's going to be, I do love rice cakes, but it's going to be whole food. Okay. It's not going to be boring. I'm not going to have you eat a can of tuna fish. Oh my God. But that's what people think of when they think about diet plan, right? They're like, well, so it's going to be healthy. It's going to be fun. It's going to be yummy food, but it's going to be whole food. Okay. And so we're going to have a lot of fun with it. Please don't get scared on this part, because a lot of people are like, oh, veggies, like it's going to be okay. You're not going to die eating a veggie. And we do have greens, so we'll be incorporating that as well. But just think of it as like, I've been doing this for so long, whatever that is, has that been working for you? And if it has, great. Now you're just going to accelerate it to the next level. If it hasn't, have a positive mindset of like, I'm so excited to go into this with an open heart and open mind, getting my mind right first, and then baby stepping my way in to a healthy lifestyle that I can commit to for the rest of my life, right? And I just think that's the most important part, is just baby stepping it in and just having the positive mindset going into it too. Not like, oh, I have to start this diet on January 9th. Mm-hmm. Please do not think of it that way. Please be excited about it. Like, I'm going to have a new outlook on this. I'm excited. I'm doing it with all these people on this call. and whoever's watching the replay, I get to have a community of like-minded people that are going to cheer me on. They're going to be my accountability partners. This is going to be a lot of fun. So please just have that mindset too going into it. And I know Erin's going to put us in that mindset for sure. But especially with the eating part.
Yeah.
Okay.
Huge. And that's the thing too. It's all about little tiny steps. This is not about drastic, change day one.
Yeah.
So you really shouldn't be dreading January 9th. It should be exciting. And we're going to talk about towards the end of the call, which will be in a few minutes, the end of the call, where you could actually do this with friends. And again, that's what the whole thing is. You don't want to throw friends on and be like, hey, you want to lose 30 pounds? No one wants to talk about that. But do they want a simple 15-day challenge that can show them how to have a healthy lifestyle? That's a different story. And that's what this is really about.
I don't think you ever ask anyone, hey, do you want to have a healthy lifestyle? And they'd be like, no,
that's true.
I'm good.
That's true.
I mean, I have never met so.
And that's what this is about. It's about entering.
There might be someone out there,
But that's what it's about. It's about entering that healthy lifestyle for life. And that's what we're going to talk about. So next up is our two Accelerate experts. And so Accelerate, this portion is kind of the last portion of it, because I think that's what happens. People come in, they'll start taking shakes, they'll start doing detox, they'll get in the gym for an hour a day. And then on day 3, they're like, all right, I'm done. Mm-hmm. And so again, now if you want to add exercise in during this whole entire time,
if you're already working out,
this is not like stop and then restart. It's just for someone who wants to ease themselves in. You don't have to work out, exercise. Maybe if you want to move 30 minutes a day, go for a walk type of thing. But the Accelerate portion is, again, not just about how to lift weights. Because like Dr. Erin said, you can Google that. There's lots of ways to work out online. Again, a lot of the things we're going to talk about is kind of a mindset-y around exercise and how do you balance doing it at home? Because like Katie, she's got a husband, she's got kids, she's got all these different things that she's balancing. How does she make time to exercise?
And if you've never worked out, how not to get overwhelmed with what to do, right? So she's going to teach us what to do. Yeah.
So Miss Katie, I would love for you to come off, just share a little bit of a glimpse of things that you're passionate about on the exercise side, but really you're more passionate about the movement side, just getting people to move more. So talk a little about what you're going to cover in your Accelerate portion.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, let me say, selfishly, I'm really happy to be here. I'm ready to learn. I've already taken notes and I just feel so blessed, my socks are blessed off already that I get to be in here myself. When we say experts, I'm like, no, I'm just a girl on the journey. And I love that we get to do it together. And, we just get to come together and support each other. It's like this circle of support. So thank you for having me. All right, let's talk. So what I get to share, just like what James was saying, I'm really passionate about just getting people moving and moving forward, because, you can move backwards, and that's not, that's not going to get you what you want out of life. That the abundant life is after moving forward. So the first thing is just that mindset of, what is the next best step for me? And, what is good for me? And this claiming that for yourself, which is part of why we're in this group. It's why I'm in this group, because I asked myself, is being in this group going to move me forward? Heck yes. I mean, even though I'm a part of a coaching panel or expert panel, is it going to move me forward? Am I going to learn stuff? Am I going to, selfishly, I'm here because it's going to move me forward. And so that's, we're going to talk about that. Just simple stuff for exercise and movement. I like to use whatever God has given me to be able to move. Sometimes, one of my favorite workouts to share, just kind of inspiration, is using my stairs, using my fireplace, using my ottoman, using my counters, the floor. And then you can, like James said, you can transcribe that, take it right to the gym. So I'll be sharing some of that stuff. Super simple. I found for me, I've been in this industry for almost 18 years. And I'll tell you, and Drew, I see, yep, you can double high five me on this one, that, because I know you know this, the simple stuff is where it's at. Because it gives us the freedom to be like, we don't have to do all these things. We don't need any gadgets. I mean, gadgets are fun. They're fun, but you don't need them. And so I'm really excited. I know that it's going to be so simple. You're going to be like, duh, Katie. Yeah, this is it. It does not have to be complicated. If it was, I would not be doing it. So my testimony is testimony to the fact of maximizing what you have. and using what you have to move yourself forward. And then also I'm really passionate about these supplements. Now, the Accelerate supplements, I would be a liar if I told you that living a healthy and well life, fully supported, that I could do that without my edge. And supplements are like what Angel is saying, they give us the edge. So we'll be talking about how to use these supplements in this kit that you've already got in this kit. I already got them in my kit. How we can nourish our body post-workout. Really simple. I mean, it sounds complicated. It's a shake and a glass of water. And how we can get that gentle energy to help you feel inspired to move. Because I'll tell you, I don't know how you feel. Y'all probably experts at this. Drew, just close your ears. I am not motivated to exercise ever. Like, I'm not inspired. It doesn't sound fun to me at all. I get motivated about 5 minutes into the workout, 10 minutes. I'm like, oh, look at me. I feel great. But you gotta start. And so I love one of these supplements. I use XC-Tran. We'll talk about it later. I don't want to go on and on, but the supplements get me there feeling up. I'm ready to move. I'm ready to do it. So yeah, I'm really honored to be here. I think there's no way I would be successful without surrounding myself with people like this. And not only do I get to be here, you do too. Don't take it for granted. Don't be like, hey, you know what? I'm going to do halvesies. No, just do it all. Just come on, give us a try. 15 days. I'm going to do it. Why don't we do what the cool kids do? That's what I'm saying. Because I mean, you should be in the circle. Like, I'm glad to sit here in the circle. We are opening the circle for you, and we're giving our best off for free, y'all. Please. You know how much we'd have to pay to sit and listen to Angel and Dr. Aaron and Drew? Y'all just get on in. That's all I'm saying. And I'm really excited to meet all y'all. Ask me all the questions. Ask all of us all the questions. Because if you don't, how will you know? How will you know how we're doing it? So excited to be here, y'all.
Yeah. Join the cool kids. I love that.
That is good. And two, also, as you're going through these, the coaches are going to be here, even though they have their segments, right? They're going to be here through the entire time. Yeah. So it's not like you're going to, I only get Dr. Aaron for 5 days. You get her for 15 days. And so there'll be a graphic in the Facebook group that we have. There'll be ways to email and all kind of stuff where you can go and ask questions. Like on day 9, when you're like, no, and you need to get your mind right, you go post on Dr. Aaron's post inside the group and go, Dr. Aaron, this is what's going on. Help me out.
How do I keep going?
How do I keep going? And so we'll have that ability to plug into support through the entire time and then past it. It's not like on day 16, we're like, all right,
bye.
Good luck. It's going to keep going because we're going to keep having people come in and do this 15-day challenge. You just kind of get to be part of the live version of this, which will repeat every month or so to keep the energy going. So last but not least is Mr. Drew. And Drew comes really with a background, like I said, that word I can't say. I don't know how to say it, but background in almost professional athlete to really kind of give us the idea of how do you balance being super fit, if that's something that you want to do, and having a life and not feeling like you don't eat all day. So Drew, talk a little about what you're going to focus on that last piece of Accelerate.
Awesome. Well, what's going on, everybody? I just want to say the 3 ladies before me just totally crushed it, set the stage. So if you're not fired up right now, then something's definitely wrong, right? So no, on a serious note, we're super excited to have you guys here. In our kind of last bookend segment of this 15-day challenge, Katie and I, we want to really help you ramp up and kick these results into overdrive. We're going to do it with two kind of main sections. Number one, Katie's going to get your body rocking. She's going to show you how you can do some really cool stuff at home, integrate these awesome supported nutrition supplements so that it's not a chore to take them. It's something natural that just you do every day. And it just goes with the flow that we're going. And we know we've all of our coaches have been taking it for quite some time now, and we love it. And we know that you're going to love it too. Three big things that I'm going to focus on for my portion. I really try to focus when I work with people on their metabolism. And I'm going to brag on Pat. Pat's in our group right now. She's on this call. She came from another group that we were working with, and she absolutely crushed. We did a smaller challenge, but it was all metabolism focused, right? When we can fix that, it's amazing what happens. Everything else starts to follow suit. It's kind of like magical. It's kind of weird, right? So if we can kill that kind of one and knock that one big domino down, everything else starts working, right? So first and foremost, we're going to talk about protein intake. Super, super important. A lot of people really aren't getting the adequate levels of protein that they need to get their bodies working for them instead of against them. The second component, we're going to talk about your lean muscle tissue. And this is really, really big. I'm not going to go crazy scientific. I'm not going to have you doing a bunch of kinesiology exercises, right? But having said that, we're just going to show you in a super easy, digestible way on how 1 + 1 is going to equal 2 for you, right? And how we're going to focus on really shifting and getting you to understand why your lean muscle tissue is so important. And then also how we can get your body burning an extra 3,500 calories, which by the way equals 1 pound of fat per week for you without having to do any extra work, right? Which is awesome. So we're going to focus on that. And then lastly, to kind of bring everything home, I'm a lifestyle guy. I moved to the beautiful Tampa, Florida 2 years ago. I make my cake and I eat it too. And I want to show you guys exactly how to do that as well too. You got to have rules. There's got to be sets of discipline. And the cool thing is this framework is going to give you a formula. That way you can begin to adapt this into a lifestyle to where you can go out to dinner with friends. I can go to the beach on the weekends and have some fun and kind of let my hair down. And you can go enjoy social gatherings and not feel guilty. So guys, we're really excited to have you here. That's really everything that I have for me. If you have any questions, please, we're going to have our own little segments, drop some comments, but we're really, really fired up to have you here. And we look forward to helping you kick some butt.
Awesome. Well,
who's fired up? Drop fire in the chat if you're like ready to go.
I didn't know it was going to be this good. To be honest, whenever we put program, I'm like, is it going to be that good? And this is like 10x what I thought it would be. I'm more excited to do this than I thought I would.
Think about like the expertise though. Like you would pay thousands of dollars for this.
Easy.
Like 4 coaches like that. It's just crazy. And you get it for free.
Yeah.
Obviously you have your supplements, but I'm fired up. And yes, I love cake too. So I'm glad you said
and ice cream and peanut butter and all the things that we're not supposed to have. But
I'm so excited.
But again, the action step to get access to this group, we're going to go over really quickly what else you get on top of the expert. Yeah. So in order to get into the challenge, it's really simple. You go to mbcaces.com/meltaway and you just put your information in, and that gets you a spot in the group. You'll get an email with everything you need to do. Most likely, you already know what supplements you're going to start with if you're on this call. If you're not on this call, I'm going to go through them really fast. We're not going to break down each individual one. You can go watch videos. There's lots of different information on this. But again, we just broke down the 4 pillars of weight loss and wellness. This is not a weight loss challenge, and it's not a wellness challenge. It's whatever you need, whatever I need, whatever Angel needs. It really comes down to the individual about what you're looking for.
I want to stop you real fast because some people might be like, day 5, I haven't lost any weight.
Right.
And they're like, I'm out. Like, please don't go into that like that, because think about how many years you've been on this earth and how many years you've been eating what you've been eating and how many years it's taken you to do the things you've done, right? How many days does it take you to actually go to the gym and actually get results, right? So please just go with it with the open mindset of like, I'm doing this for my health. And I'm doing this for a lifestyle, not as a quick fix, not as a skinny pill. I dropped 20 pounds in my first 5 days. Like, please just remember that. Okay.
What it's all about.
It's just really important to remember.
And I know Drew likes that it says helps you become a lean, mean, calorie burning machine.
Yeah.
Because that's what this is about. It's not just about losing weight. It's about what happens after the 15 days. Yeah. And so again, day 1 through 5, it's all about detox, eliminating and cleansing. You're just going to add the capsules at night. And again, this is all going to be in the group. Don't take notes. You don't have to worry about this. It's all in the group. Build is about, again, we've already talked about that, adding a little protein in. So these are the supplements. And while we're doing this, we're also doing some daily actions. We're doing some just fun activities in there and sharing things. But you'll have a little activity every day associated to whatever we're doing, whether it's detox, build, whether it's nourish, where we add in a really high-end probiotic that you take in the morning. And then we have a greens. Now, greens is one of those things that some people love them and some people don't. We've got lots of ways that you can take greens and you don't taste them.
We'll show you many recipes, so don't worry.
Many recipes.
And as you know, your gut is the segue to everything, right? And your health. So it's really important to get your gut right. Yeah,
there's actually more neuroscience in your gut than there is in your brain. Yeah. And so that's really where it comes down to. And then finally is accelerate. And that's what we just talked about with Katie and Drew. This is where, how do you take your body to burn more calories without having to worry about it? And that's what burn is. And we have Body Melt Energy NX Trim, which is, I love, that's my favorite one. I know Katie is a lover of that one as well. And you'll have a tracker too. You'll have a tracker that you'll be able to go through and go, okay, what do I need to do? Little check marks, check this off, check that off. You don't have to worry about, what do I do? When do I do it? Make it very, very simple. Do you have to fill this out? You don't have to, but it just makes it where you can do it very easily every single day and track where you're at. We'll also have tons of recipes. We'll have some of these. We'll have some homemade recipes. We'll have some easy snacks. Everything will be in there in the Facebook group and also via email. So if you're not a Facebook person, like, I don't need another group. Wonderful. Still be in the group, but you'll also be able to get them all via email. And it's all about results, right? And that's what this is about. But this is long-term results. Like we mentioned, this is a 30-day program. We're just breaking it into that first 15 days to launch you into it so you have more success. And there are other things outside of what we're going to offer too. Beyond is an option when you do order the supplements. It's something that you don't have to purchase. You can just get the energy that you would take before you work out, or the XE Trim. This is something that you take on a daily basis. We call it a daily drink. That's for lots of different things. Also got some chocolate. If you're a chocolate fan, healthy chocolate. 1 square of this is equal to, what was it, a pound of spinach or something like that. So again, another way to get greens in. We've also got some really cool daily sprays that you want to add in and you're like, I need better sleep, or I need more energy, or I want more immunity boost. We got add-ins for that as well. But it really just kind of comes down to what's going to be good for you, because if you're looking for stuff on the go that you can do in between everything, the sprays are a good option for that. But the core system that we do, it's $199. And again, you can go to the website of the person that referred you to this webinar if you're watching live or recording. And you just go pick, what kind of shake do you want? Chocolate or vanilla? What kind of energy option do you want? Which is the energy or the XE Trim. And just go secure your spot. Now, if you're like, you know what? The holidays were crazy for me. Lots of money was spent. There are some options. This is not like, if you don't do this, you can't be in. I would encourage you at the minimum to get detox and the shake and potentially an energy option too. You don't need all of it, but talk with the person that referred you. They might be able to help you out. Put together like a custom package. Now, the last thing we're going to end on here is an option that some people are really taking advantage of. That we have a program with our company that's called an affiliate program. And if you become an affiliate and you purchase the Body Melt pack that I just showed you, and you help 2 other friends do the same thing, so you got 2 friends that are doing it with you, you can actually earn $200 in free product credit that basically pays for your Body Melt pack. So this is an option. You don't have to do this. This is just, hey, if I wanted to get it for free, this is a good way to get that $200 back right away. And that's what this is all about. It makes it where it's very simple and very easy to get started, however you want to fit into this 15-day challenge. So anything in closing?
I'm just so excited. I can't believe we have this many people on tonight. I'm so excited. And I know more of them will be watching. I know it's still the holidays. Yep. People are, excuse me, kids are out of school still, but thank you guys for spending the night with us. I'm super excited to do this with all of you. Again, ask questions. Yeah. We're here to help. We're doing this all together. Like Katie said, she's like, I'm doing this too. We are too. We're going to come to play, right? And so we don't just say this and not do it, right? We actually are doing it as a part of all of you. So.
Awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much for your time tonight. This will be on recording, so you'll be able to share this with other people to get them into the challenge. Because remember, we've got a week to really share this with people and let them know they can hop in on January 9th. We'll be opening that group up on Sunday. So everyone that has opted in, you'll be able to get into that group come Sunday, and then we'll launch on Monday. As Dr. Aaron said, we launch on Monday.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's funny. But if you're watching this as of tonight or on replay and you haven't ordered your pack, just get back to the person that invited you here tonight and they'll be able to set you up, share the link and get you started. So We're just super excited to do this with all of you. It's going to be so much fun. Please don't stress about it. It's going to be a lot of fun and simple.
Awesome. Thanks everybody. Have a great night.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Have a good night.